you go. I can see you.
Okay. I got it.
There.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm nervous, to be honest with you,
Why?
because I have Asperger's, so I get really bad social anxiety. So when I
Oh.
talk to people, I'm just like, oh, do I really want to do this? But then I'm like, yes, I really do.
Push through it. Push through it.
Exactly. And plus, all of the energies that's coming through for you, they're so sweet. Like, I know there's got to be a mom over there, especially because she
Yeah.
keeps on going, Lynn, 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 Lynn. And I'm like, wait, I've read you before. Like, I feel like I've read you before. So, have you gotten a reading in my live before? No.
No.
Is her name Jean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeannie.
So she hangs
Yeah.
around quite often. How did you find me, if you don't mind me asking?
Going through TikTok.
Okay, because she was expecting for you to come in the live. She is so sweet. She was sitting there she had cards out on the table. She's just playing with them and she's waiting. She's like, damn it, she didn't come in here again. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's so excited. I don't know if I don't think these would be grandbabies. I think these would be great grandbabies if I'm correct.
Yeah.
But she kept on going, JJ.
I'm gonna cry, but keep going.
No, you're okay. But she's so ready to talk. Because of her, there's like a boatload of people, especially I don't know if it's Melinda or Mariah. There's a
Yes.
name.
Melinda.
She is up there. She's with her as well. There's so many. Like she is with her parents, her paternal. I don't know if her paternal is Amos or Amos. Amos.
Amos.
Yes.
Yes.
So hey, I don't feel it like I don't know if it's him specifically, but I know that the descendants, like there's Irma, but she goes times two. And so it's
Yeah.
like an E name. Um
Yes, it's
then
Irma.
let's see. I'm trying to remember too. I think his name was Jarvis or John.
Jarvis.
Jarvis? Okay, Jarvis. So I
Yeah.
get a little bit unconfident with what I get sometimes. So I'm just like, but
No, you're right.
when she gave those two, I was like, okay, so those are going to be on her right hand side, which are paternal, and then
Yeah.
and I feel like those are her grandparents, if that's correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then if you see me looking down, it's just because literally I've been like all morning trying to channel everything from her. And then whenever I see on her left hand side, I keep on getting either Teresa, because my name is T, or there's Therma or Thera something. And then
Yeah, Thurman.
Therma would be it. Okay.
Thurman.
Thurman.
It's a man.
Thurman. Okay.
Hmm.
Thurman. So there we go. I can write that down. Because I was like, okay, is there another Teresa in there? And she's like, no. And then your mom laughs at me so much. She's got the best laugh I think I've ever met. And she's so friendly, so friendly. Like
Yes.
literally, the first time I see her, I just want to, it's like I want to squish her. Like I want to give her a big hug.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she's a hugger.
and we went to lunch earlier because I've been a nervous wreck about this all day long. You
Aw.
are probably like my 12th private session that I've gone with TikTok. And usually all my sessions are in person in San Antonio. And so my fiance took me to go out and we were eating at like this Mexican restaurant. And I was eating salsa and she goes, ew. I'm like, what's wrong? And she goes, ew. I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, that's not real salsa. And I was like,
Right.
why? And so she said to ask you about the salsa. And I'm just like, can you at least just tell me so I can figure it out? So I wasn't going to mention it, but she's like, just ask. So
Yeah, so she used to make fresh salsa out of the garden and yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's so funny. No wonder she didn't like the salsa because it was just like in Texas we have like we can either get really good like authentic Mexican food or we can get like some stuff that's like just Tex-Mex. And we went to a Tex-Mex and the salsa was like just chunky and stuff. And she's like, ugh. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So I have a question. So on your name, whenever you put it for the private, it just says Jackie. But she keeps on saying that you're either I think it's going to be your middle name because hers is Jean, and she says that your initials are exactly the same. So you would be JL, and she's JL. So would your middle name
Yeah.
also be Lynn?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is Lynn.
Okay, she's saying,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my twin.
Yeah.
But she also, do you have a brother or a sister? No, it's gonna
Yes,
be a brother because a brother feels right.
brother.
Brother, okay.
Yeah.
So she also goes. So whenever, because I always like to try to get their age, like I'm trying to teach myself to really get good numbers, and so I kept on asking her, I was like, "So how old are you?" And she goes, "We don't talk about that here." And so today I've been paying attention to the synchronicities of the numbers because I was trying to ask my spirit guides because I wanted to get evidential information for you. And at first I saw, and I know this was not true. At first I saw 21, and I was like, "You're 21 and holding." And then she shows me like a gambling party situation, and then that just sent all these different mind thoughts. And she's like, "Yeah, absolutely." And so then she gave
Yeah.
me like Las Vegas, and I was like, "Girl, bring it back in." And she's like, "No, for real." So I wrote down that. And then all the rest of the day, I kept on getting like sixes, sixes. So I would say she's about in the range of 60. And she goes, "Shh, no, I'm not."
Yeah, she's 66, almost 67.
Really? Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
And the Vegas thing, she went to Vegas with her friends and
Shut
got
up.
carded when she
Really?
was in her 40s. Yeah.
That's so cool. That is so sweet though. Because I was like, whatever, you're just giving me this just as like a joke, aren't you? And she's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Sure."
No. She looked younger than she was.
That's awesome. Young at heart, that's what counts.
Yeah.
Also, so I'm a huge gardener. Like I'll show you excuse my office, it's still very empty. But there's
It's
my
okay.
plants, okay? And I live on a ranch and I was outside in the garden and she kept on giving me this whole, and you mentioned she had a salsa garden, right? So that would make sense
Yeah.
because while I'm out there gardening, I'm just planting flowers. And I'm like, I just should probably plant more. And she just sits down. She's just sitting there with my flowers. I'm trying to get sunflowers to grow and they look awful. So
Yeah, she had regular flower gardens and she loved being out there.
yes, that's
Even when she was like
literally
physically probably not supposed to be out there, she still was, she'd sit down on the chair and she did what she could do.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's me because I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit fluffy. So I go out there and I do whatever I can. And then for like 3 minutes, I'm like, "Oh gosh, why do I do this to myself?" And she's like, "Just sit down. You're going to get
Yeah,
bored anyways."
she'd take the lawn chair and just sit. And she'd have a shovel and she'd just pull it up to her and she'd pick out the weeds and put the
You
dirt
know
back
what?
down
She
and
taught me a trick. I didn't even know these things existed. There's like this padding or this thing that you can get for your knees. And she's like, "Don't use it for your knees. We're big girls. Sit on your butt." I was like,
yeah.
"Okay." So I
Yep.
did that instead.
Yep.
I loved it. Now I do have quite a few other people that kept on coming in, and I don't know their names for sure, but I kept on getting Mosby that came in. Uh,
Yep, that's my ex.
that's your ex, okay?
I
Because
mean, well, his family.
whenever I have it written down, it's like a huge like she keeps on putting it like scratch that, you know what I mean? But with her, she doesn't cuss at all. At all. Like whenever I try to get with her, she keeps on giving me like and the reason why they do that is because they show me that they really valued like the word of scripture, like God and
Yeah.
following his belief. And at first, to be honest with you, I was so nervous for this because I was not getting her as thoroughly, and also because of the fact she was unsure of what we were doing. And then I let her know that respectfully, I'm not here to do anything that's going to hurt her daughter, her family, especially her grandbabies, because she's very protective. And she's all like, "Okay,
Yeah.
you sure it won't affect my belief?" I was like, "Absolutely not." Because the whole thing with spirit is it's making you feel comfortable to believe in whatever you believe to be your truth. And she goes, "I like
Right.
you. I like you, kid." I was like, "Okay." And whenever I said yes, ma'am, that's whenever all of the messages started coming through. She does show like very high pride on, I don't know if she was a nurse or a doctor or she was
She was
hospice
a
and the
nurse.
nurse felt right.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
She kept on giving me like Marilyn Monroe, and then she would slash it. And she's all like, she has like that emblem that has the cross, and then it has like that snake for medicine.
Yeah.
So that's what I put it two and two together, and I would almost bank
Yeah.
on the fact that yes, she was a nurse. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because man, did she start getting on to me about my blood sugar the whole entire time.
She can be like
She's
your new best friend. You'll channel her just to have a nice friend.
you know what? She can be wherever she wants to in my home because literally, like, so I have diabetes as well. And so I forgot this morning to kind of take my medicine and everything, and we were leaving for the gym. And usually I just ignore it. I'm like, stop nagging me. I'll get it later. With her, there's no stopping. She's like, you better get your butt. You know what I mean? So she reminded me of that. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
and so I don't know, because whenever I said Monroe with you just now, she goes, circle back to that. And she keeps on showing me like this really huge M that's red. And I don't know.
It's I'm from Monroe High School. It's a big red M. So,
Oh, that's what that's gonna be. Okay, here in my mind, I was thinking that I was onto something as like a person. She's like, no, I'm just proud of it because she's trying to show like graduation. Like, I don't know if you have a son, um, and the reason I'm going with the son is because she keeps on giving me like specific dates. She says May is like a huge thing for all of her family. May 2018, May 2015, and then she goes down from there. So I don't know if that would make sense, but I also
graduations. Yeah, graduations.
Okay, because she's giving me that like what she's giving me with that is that she never misses anything. Like with her though, it would be that she would actually be present in those situations. Like she's not spirit yet. She's physical with every single thing. And it feels with her, she didn't pass until this year. Like she feels like she passed probably the beginning of this year, correct?
Yeah.
January? Okay. And then one thing that I kept on writing down over and over again on my notes was 2 and 8, 2 and 8. And every time I've tried to figure out the way she passed. So I would almost be confirmed either
on the 28th.
The 20, yeah. And then also with her, is her birthday in September?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because my nana passed in September, and she kept on giving me, and I was confused. I thought she had passed in September of last year. Whenever I was trying to get to passing, and she goes no, and she shows me like this birthday cake, and she gets a little bit like, you know this already. I'm like, no, I don't. The only thing I could get for her year of birth, because she didn't want to give me how old she was I got 5s all over the place. So I don't know if you can give me what that is.
Yeah, 9/5/55.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm gonna write that down. Alrighty. And then another thing is one can only assume that if you've got a garden, you love the kitchen. But with her, she says, no, I loved being in my kitchen. That if you know anything about me, that is me. That is my kitchen. And that is where I'm at. And she goes, I loved making food for neighbors. I loved making food for other people. If there was a homeless person, you bet anything, I would probably walk down the road and give them something. And she's got like this cookie tin of everything in it. And then whenever she opens it up, it looks like I don't know what this substance is. I kind of thought it's cottage cheese at first, because it doesn't have the cottage cheese. It's just all white. And I'm trying to figure out
what it is. Sour cream cookies. Yeah, she was famous for it.
Are they good?
Oh, they're so good. I made them for her funeral, and everybody came in, and I was like, in the room where the kitchen is, there's her sour cream cookies. I tried to make them, and they're very close to hers. They're very good.
That's going to be exactly why she wants to bring that up, is because of the fact that you made a recipe of hers. Do you continue on the recipes? Because she loves the fact that she's giving me just this huge loving feeling that you honor her so much. You do such a good job.
Thank you.
I'm trying not to cry, because then I'm going to start crying.
It's okay. We'll have a cry fest.
I do want to ask real quick. So earlier, she was really sure that you either had a sibling, and whenever I said brother or sister, I really felt comfortable in saying a brother. Is that true? Is his name?
Yeah.
Like Michael. Is his name Michael?
Michael.
Yeah. Okay. So with him, she's going, oh, he's so freaking stubborn.
He is.
She goes, I love both y'all so much. So she goes, if there's anything that I can say throughout all of this, I'm like, girl, you're pretty mostly taking the whole thing. But she's like, if I can say anything, is I'm so proud of my daughter and the way she carries herself and the way she honored me. But I'm also very, very much wanting to let both of them know that I love them more than I can ever even explain. So,
Yeah. We already knew that, but yeah.
then also, I'm trying to figure out the connection between Melinda and Miss Jean, because whenever Jean comes in, Melinda is right by her side. Like she
Yeah, it's my cousin.
loves Jean. And I would even say that I want to say that at first my physical mind thought was this is probably a grandbaby. She goes, nope, try again. And then the only thing I think of, because Melinda isn't young, Melinda shows herself
No.
about the ages of 30, probably late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah,
And
she
she
was
shows that
right
she's
there.
got a child as well, her daughter. She's showing that I've got a
Yeah.
daughter. Because the daughter, there's
Yeah.
so much confidence with that. I'm not even questioning if there's a son. But with Melinda, the only other thing I can think of is either a cousin or a
Yeah.
niece, because the niece feels more like that's correct. So I don't know.
She's my mom's niece, my cousin.
Oh wow! I'm so
Yeah.
proud of myself. You can write that down. So, and the way that Melinda comes in, and this is crazy to me. I don't know if this is going to be a memory or not. Melinda is in like this top down, really fast black car, and then Gina's sitting right next to her. And Gina's got like this really huge sun hat that's like wicker, and she's got glasses on, and then like sunglasses. And then Melinda is just like, she's like got her wind blowing in everywhere, and she's just having a blast of it. She's speeding too, and she goes, "Don't tell them that."
Yeah. Yeah, Melinda was a free spirit, boy. She, yeah. Yeah.
And she says that also, so whenever I'm trying to channel Melinda, she goes, and see, I was sure that she only had a daughter, but she keeps on going, my dude or my boy or something like that. She keeps on going, it's either my boy, my dude, but other than that, I don't know what this is. I feel like this is either like, I wouldn't say this is a grandbaby because of the fact that I don't know where this would go.
Wow. I'm trying to think because as far as I know, her daughter has not had any children
Yeah, it
unless
doesn't
she
feel like that.
miscarried or something. Yeah. No,
Yeah, and whenever I get miscarriages, they're very mute at first and then they approach really slowly. But no, and she's saying that there's two, so that's why she's not just giving me one. She says, my dude, and I think it's my boy, but every time I say my boy, I get really like pushed back from that. And then the only other one that I can think of is like my guy. And then on that, she's absolutely certain, so I'll
is that
agree with that.
is that one on this side or the other side?
Both of the two little boys that I'm seeing are showing that they've got more of like a physical connection. Like they're still here.
Oh, there's two boys. Oh, she's talking about two. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Okay.
So that's her ex's sons, I would believe, because they were like her own sons. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. So this is her ex's sons. And then also, so that's why I was kind of confused at first, is because of the fact that like I was sure that she only had a daughter. But
Yeah.
some things that I wanted to clarify is who's either Jeanette or Janet, because my sister's name is Jeanette and my nana's name is Janet.
My mom's sister's name is Janet.
Oh, shut up! That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is gonna be your aunt, but this is your sister's mom. And Janet is still, and it's Janet, right? Not Jeanette.
Yes.
Okay, Janet is
Yes.
still physically here, correct?
Yes.
Okay, because it didn't feel like she was spiritual. But with Janet, is she going through anything? Does she have any depression going on or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Because Melinda was her daughter, taken, very young, and
Yeah.
then my mom passing. Yeah, she doesn't deal with it well.
And Melinda's saying that she fought like super hard. Did Melinda have cancer?
Yes.
Yes. Melinda's saying that, Mom, please don't be sad that I'm not there because I'm so relieved of any pain. And she goes, if I can give you guys anything, any thought process, I fought freaking hard.
She
And
did. She
she
did.
goes, yeah. And she says, if anybody knew me, I fought so hard for my daughter. I wanted nothing more than to be there for my baby girl. And she goes, and that's why I'm so sure that she only had a daughter, because man, everything about her is all her daughter. Her spirit energy is high
Yeah.
on her daughter. But she
Yeah.
says that with her mom dealing with depression, she says that, you've got other family, lean on them. And she says, stop reclusing,
Yeah.
stop hiding in your own bubble. And she wants her to be more around family for sure. So, and then
Yeah.
she gives me like this lighthouse that's important to her. So I don't know if the
Okay.
lighthouse means anything to you, because that comes up over and over again. And she goes, I am happy with what was done. And I would bank on this with how confident I feel. I would even say the lighthouse is either where she's laid to rest or where there was a memorial.
This is my mom, or this is my cousin Melinda?
This is going to be Melinda.
Melinda.
Yeah. Well, sorry. Miss Jean just said both. Both of them.
Both.
The lighthouse
Okay.
goes for both. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the lighthouse to think about that one. The lighthouse.
I will definitely leave you with that. And like, you can follow up and message me whatever you want. I have Instagram. That's the most quickest way to reach me, but it's the only one that's linked to my TikTok, because I do have someone that's trying to scam people right now. And then also I do have a Facebook group that anybody can join, just to make sure that they have someone to reach out to. But if you think about what that lighthouse is, that's so important to Melinda, because she says, I'm happy. I'm so happy. So that's something as well.
All right.
Then let's see what else. I did have, I put down that she was welcoming because she was very friendly. She kept on repeating over and over again that God is good, because she's saying that she brought both of us together, but it's because she was asking for the individual that she believes in the most to be able to unite us, and she felt like that did happen. What other thing? So, okay, one thing that I did write down over and over again is Jordan. I kept on, can you see it? So Jordan, she keeps on highlighting it. And then there's also Jesselyn, and she says there's more. There's still more. So I don't know. With Jordan, it feels like that's either her grandbaby or her great-grandbaby.
Well, there's two Jordans, my son and then his son.
There's a senior and a junior. No wonder. Okay, so I was so confident with that. Oh my gosh. Because I was like, okay, I can't get it. I don't know what it is, because she's giving me confirmation of being a grandbaby, but also a great grandbaby. So what is it? Thank you. You just taught me something. So now I know that that's probably going to be a senior and a junior next time. I love that. Senior and junior. And then also she says that goes back to 2018, May of 2018. Would the junior, or would the senior be, I'm confused now. She says May of 2015 goes with the senior, and May of 2018 goes with junior, because I have those both written down right. How do I take off this dating background? It's so annoying.
I gotta put my glasses back on so I can see.
Okay, there we go. So right here is where I have the dates written down. I don't know if you can see that. I'll send you a screenshot too. But it says
celebration and graduation.
May of 2018 is celebration, and May of 2015, she feels, is graduation. And that's where the Jordan-esque comes into play. So I don't know how that would work.
Okay. Well, little Jordan is 4, so 18, the celebration.
19, 20, 21. Okay, that would make sense. There's 4 of those.
Yeah.
So junior would be 4 years. And she would be there for that. So that would be why she's so clear on the 2018. And then the 2015 has to be the grad. So the whole thing that I'm just getting off of these is the fact that she doesn't want you guys to think she's ever going to miss out on anything going forward.
Yeah.
That's what I would gather from there. Oh, and so she was really quick to, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering, because my daughter had a miscarriage. Does that baby come through at all, or?
I was just about to ask you that. Shut up. Look at you into it. So I was actually going to ask you if you had a miscarriage or if somebody named Jessa or Jessica or Jesselyn had a
Jocelyn.
miscarriage.
Yeah,
Jesselyn?
that's
Okay.
my daughter. Yeah.
Because she's saying that so she has a little baby boy with her specifically. However, she's
Oh,
saying that she's going to be sending her a girl. Like she's sending her a girl. But she says that this will be probably around like I don't know if this is going to be around like August or September. But she's really hoping for the baby to be born around her birthday. So she
okay.
says that the 22, so you might want to keep this number, but she says the 22nd of either August or of September is going to be huge. So that's something that she's
Okay.
sending you guys. And she says you're going to notice that this child is spitting an image of everything of her, like the personality, the kindness, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom
Um,
is definitely a Virgo.
there you go. Yes. Um, let's see. And then Melinda comes through with so much like, so I keep on getting baseball with her, and I keep on
Yeah,
getting
she
like
loves the
sports.
Tigers.
She did? Okay.
Yeah.
So she's trying to say with you, I don't know if her daughter's name is Christy, Kirsten, or Carly. It has a K.
Kirsten.
Kirsten. Okay,
Kirsten.
she's saying that she wants, like, I don't know how close you guys are or anything, but she's saying that she wants to either see if you can or if somebody else will. But she's wanting to get Kirsten to, like, get out, go do stuff, like, relax, have fun, have a hobby. So she's wanting her to have more fun, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
Um, trying to look at all my notes. I kind of just clustered it all together on accident. Oh, one thing with Melinda too is August 25th. Is that something
That's her birthday.
that's her birthday? Okay. Oh, that's why Miss Jean won't pick one. That makes sense. So August 22nd or September 22nd. So either August or September is when she's going to have the little girl. So it'll be a mix of
Okay.
both of them. And then they're sitting back and forth trying to debate with them who should get the name. So Miss Jean's going, oh no, she's definitely naming her Jin, or Jean. She just laughed at me because I said Jin. Linda goes, yeah, you can throw a Jin back anytime.
Oh God.
And Melinda goes, no, she's definitely going to be named Melinda. And then Jean goes like this. She goes, oh heck no. I like them. They're funny.
They are.
There is also, so I don't know who, I'm trying to figure out. So with Miss Jean's parents, they're passed, right?
Yes.
Because the gentleman to her right, which would be paternal, and the female on her left is very, very sweet, ready to talk, wants to talk. But
Yeah.
she also steps back a little bit because of the fact that the male on her right is trying to give her the persuasion of this isn't okay. And so he doesn't really want to give that. But then also at the same time, the only thing he really wants to release is, and see, he doesn't even want me to talk that much, is the fact that he really does love you guys very, very much so. But at the same time, also, he feels like he gets a little bit hot where he doesn't want to be tapped into. So respectfully, he can, whenever he thinks about coming forward, he's more than welcome to, but he's not pressured to do so.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to really surface Miss Jean's mom because she's someone that feels like she would want to come through. But I don't, and the only thing that would make sense is whenever I was talking to the grandparent, they both come through as one. So Irma that comes through as one, but wouldn't Irma be her mom? Because Irma comes
Yes.
through as the paternal as well. So that's
Yeah.
confusing.
Well, Irma is her mom.
Okay.
I don't know why she would come back as or come through as both.
Because do you know by chance what her father's mom would be? Like her grandma's name from her father?
Oh, I had a kizzy.
So they're both very latched at the hip together. Like she loves that person. So not Miss Jean, but Jean's mom's. It's hard to break it down like this. Jeez. Okay. So Jean's father's mom is someone that Jean's father's mom is someone that Jean's mother loved.
Yes.
Okay, so they're both together, and then that gets hard just setting it backwards.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see. And then, so I got that, I did that. Oh, and then also one message she was giving through is she's saying the kids are so beautiful. She keeps on repeating that over and over again.
Yeah. My mom is saying that about the kids, or my
Yes,
grandmother?
your mom. Yeah.
My mom, yeah.
Yeah, and your
She loved them.
grandmother. So your grandmother is just trying to go back about the whole kids, everything about the kids. But then Miss Jean starts thinking about gambling, going to Las Vegas. So it's hard to be focused.
We always went to the casinos here, locally together, but she went to Vegas, I think twice.
That's so cool.
So, yeah.
And then with your grandma, so Grandma Irma, right? That's what her name would be. So with her, I keep on getting lemons. Like those lemon squares that you can get?
Yeah.
I keep
I
getting
think what
those.
that
I'm
would
trying to
mean.
figure out what that is.
I don't know.
Don't either.
That I don't know. Lemon squares.
And she says that it's important because of the fact that she's giving them to somebody named Naomi.
That's her mom.
Wow. Okay.
So something maybe between them.
Yeah, something between them because I know lemon and spirituality means continuation, like keeping the bond, keeping the thickness. It also means that there's a little bit of bitterness that's between somebody, but it's going to be something that'll be past. Like somebody will get over it.
Okay. Yeah. It's my grandmother married to get away from home.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
there might be something there. I don't know the whole story on that, but
Mhm.
just from what I've heard from people. So
That
it could be
makes a lot
something.
of sense.
Yeah.
All right. So then at this time, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and open it up for like conversation or questions or anything. So if you wanted to know anything or ask anything, you can do so.
We'd really like to know if we can find out how my mom did pass, because we just found her.
What was that?
We just found my mom. We don't know what happened. Like she wasn't sick
Gotcha.
or anything.
That makes so much sense because she was giving me so much like cloudiness with it, but it wasn't for her. It was going to be more for you because she keeps on giving me that she had an aneurysm, a blood clot
That's what
travel.
I was thinking. Yeah.
She
Okay.
said that it's coming from somewhere right back here and it traveled down here and for a while she had like some angina feeling and some tension on her shoulder. And she said, I mentioned it a few times that I felt tense to people. So that might trigger a memory for them. But then what happened is she says, well, spiritually she knows that how she passed. And she says that then what she witnessed is she saw that the clot had traveled down into her heart and it clogged two of the arteries. And she says that's actually how I passed. And so,
Oh, wow.
were you guys able to get back an autopsy or anything?
No. I thought they would do one because she was found alone.
Yeah.
So, but they are like, it's natural causes, which I mean it was,
Yeah.
and I figured it was either a stroke or an aneurysm because I mean she had health problems, but nothing that was gonna like take her now,
Can I tell you
so
something? So you mentioned right now that she was found, like she was alone, that you guys found her, and she goes, I was never alone. Like literally, it felt
yeah.
like I had all my family right around me, so I didn't feel alone, not even a little bit. And so she wants me to intervene there and just make sure that you know for a fact that she felt very loved and she didn't feel alone at all, not even a little bit. Also, she does want me to really highly emphasize that she didn't feel nothing. Like literally,
Good.
she felt like she just like passed out and fell asleep. She goes,
Yeah.
before that, I did kind of see like little spot, like, you know, whenever you get too much sun and you see a little bit of dots. She's like, I saw that, but
Yeah.
I just ignored it. And she goes, I know, shush, don't say nothing. I'm a nurse.
I know.
But no, she says that she's glad that you asked that question.
Yeah. Well, she should have known I was going to ask the question.
Well,
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to know.
absolutely. She
Just,
kind of nailed it on the head on everything, didn't she?
yeah. She made sure I knew that was her coming through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she have any feelings about what to do with the house?
So the house, I'm glad that you brought that up. That has been a big, huge thing that she has been trying to channel through me. And that's why I didn't just go into that right away, because that's a lot of like, and I'm so okay doing it, but that's a lot of like, she feels like there's a lot of sentiment there. That there's a lot of, I don't, did you guys grow up there or anything? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I raised my kids there.
God, wow. Okay, no wonder she's showing generations. So, like
Yeah.
she's saying, she goes, it would be fantastic if you took the house. But she says that this house is old, babe. She goes, this house has got a lot of wear and tear to it. It's got, you guys know for a fact that this house is my life. This is my world. So if I would have, if somebody physically would have ever told you, oh yeah, she's okay with you getting rid of it, you know damn well that person's a liar. But she goes like this. She goes, it's going to be completely up to you guys. And I feel like, I don't know why she's not leaving it up to your brother. I feel like she's leaving it up to you. But I think it's because either you really took care of her a lot and you were really always just with mom 24/7, or because the fact that she really wants it to be your choice. And she's saying specifically, I would love to see it to go to a family member that's going to need it the most. But also, one thing that pulls me away is the fact that I know that it's going to be a financial burden on somebody. And so she's thinking about all spectrums. So she doesn't have a direct yes, keep it, no, keep it. She's giving it more of like it needs to be evaluated. You need to figure out how it's going to fit into your life. You need to figure out if this is going to be something you want to maintain and keep.
Right.
Because with her,
she didn't help me at all.
What?
She's not helping me at all. I already know all this stuff.
One thing she does give for your confirmation is she goes, my memories are with me. What I always said in whenever I was living, that this house is my everything. This house has my memories. It has my life, my childhood, my children's childhood. She didn't grow up there, did she?
No, but my grandmother owned it before she did.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then she bought it when she was still married and we were young.
Yeah.
Raised us there. And then we all left and then came back and I raised my kids there. And now my kids are there with my grandkids.
I love that. So that makes sense though, if you think about it, Miss Jackie. And she's leaving it up to you because your kids are there and they're living through it. So why not, like she's saying, is why not just rent it to them? You still keep it as yours, but rent it to them, and then way down the line, pass it down to, is it Jessica or Jesselyn? Jesselyn or Jordan. I'm trying to figure out who's going to need it the most at that time and leave it up to both of them. But she says, I've learned my lesson. Make sure you have it written down on paper so nobody's sitting there fighting over who gets what.
Yes, because she didn't have a will. We're not fighting, but it's like, what do I do with all this? I don't know what to do.
She said, she's like, it's not real banter, but it's just a little bit like, okay, what do we do with this? No, we shouldn't do that. She goes, you guys are doing a phenomenal job by honoring what I want. And you guys know me the best. Good. And she goes, whatever you guys decide to do going forward, I'm so okay with it. I'm grateful. And that makes sense because of the fact she doesn't have a will.
Yes. She was like, always going to get one, but it was so unexpected.
Yes.
You know? So, yeah. But she had everything else so in order. Like, she type A Virgo personality. Yeah. I mean, she's just...
she's a highly organized individual, especially one to make recipes.
Yes. Yep. And she was getting ready to rewrite all of her recipes down. Like, so because they had like stains and like, you know, oil and whatever on them. And she was getting ready to do that.
You know what that lemon thing that I was talking about is?
Is it her lemon cake pie thing?
No. Do you guys have
No.
old recipes going down the family line?
Yeah.
That's what that is. They're wanting you guys to put it
Okay.
into a cook, like a book or something. You know those new fancy ones
Yeah.
that you can get? They have lemons on them, or they have chickens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that. They're wanting you to. They're wanting you to put them all together.
I was saying, because everybody wants her recipes. Like everybody wants them. So I'm like, well, maybe I should just make a cookbook and then like
Yes.
sell it. Cause like she should have been like, I don't know, she just should have had a restaurant or something.
Like she said, I was a professional chef without the chef.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
don't know how to
goodness,
get
she's
that off of
funny.
there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, she's like, I do it because I love it. If I had to do it for a living, I probably wouldn't love doing it.
Exactly. And you know what? You literally just said something she was giving way before we even started this. There's somebody in your family that is doing a profession that they ultimately loved as a hobby and they're getting burned out. And it feels like it's either going to be Jesselyn or it feels like it's going to be, I wrote her name down, Kirsten.
Maybe Kirsten.
How old is Kirsten?
27.
Okay. Do you by chance know her profession? It feels artsy.
Not currently.
No?
It feels
Okay.
artsy.
Yeah, it feels like this is either photography or calligraphy, because calligraphy keeps on popping up everywhere, all over the place.
Well, my mom taught herself to do calligraphy and she did photography.
Then that's gonna go back with your. Are you serious? She did both?
Yeah. And she crocheted and sewed and
Oh my goodness.
she
Okay,
did
so crafty.
made dolls and
Man, Miss Jean was like a master of everything.
she was.
I mean, whenever I need to go tap in to do something, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Miss Jean, you want to help me?"
Right. She'll help you. And she's like, no, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. Just like the freaking salsa today for lunch. Ugh.
Yeah,
No.
that's not.
Oh my goodness, I love her. She's so funny. I'm gonna write down that cookbook because she wants you to make. She just wants it for the family. She's like, just put all the recipes together in one thing and give it to everybody in the family. Make a copy. She goes, because that's.
Yeah.
She's huge on family celebrations like Christmas, holidays, Thanksgiving, Easter, and she wants everybody to have like a piece of her. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but she wouldn't let us separate her.
No,
She wanted to be
yeah,
cremated.
she does not want to be separated, not even a
No.
little bit. And you
Nope.
said that she did get cremated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's absolutely what she wanted. And so I was going to ask before, like, if she, because I thought the M was like something of a resting place. And then they kept on giving me the lighthouse. And I'm just like, what? This doesn't make
You know
sense.
what the lighthouse is? I bet you what the lighthouse is I'm just thinking about this now. I just got a vision in my head. Probably what happens to you sometimes. So the funeral home that we had their funeral at, their thing is a lighthouse.
She's shaking her head. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so is Melinda. Melinda's giving the confirmation of like, yes, you got this. So yeah, that's exactly what it's gonna be. You said that's from the funeral home, right?
Yeah.
Lighthouse. And then so I actually let's see. I'm trying to figure out what this is. There is like I don't know if there's somebody that needs like dental work or needs like some help with the jawline or something, but she keeps on giving me this metallic taste of like blood or a metallic taste of like a sore. You know, whenever you get a sore in the mouth and you got it there, she keeps on giving me that, and she's saying, "Just get it done. Just go get it done." You,
I have a wisdom tooth I need to take out, and it's
she
rotted.
says, "Go
It's
get
rotted.
it done." She says, "What are you waiting for?"
I know. I'm off. I put myself last.
She goes, "Even in death, I'm a mom."
Always. You know, she woke me up the other day.
Really?
I'd hurt myself. I took a muscle relaxer and melatonin, and I don't remember turning my alarm off. And I heard, "Wake up, Jackie." And it was my mom's voice. And I was like, well, that was weird. And I looked at my phone, and it was 4:44. So then I had to look up what's 4:44. And I was like, oh my gosh, yep. It was her. She woke me up, and I'm surprised she let me sleep until 4:44 because I was supposed to be up at 4.
That's cool. I like that so much. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy to me too is so in spirituality you get to learn like your past life and you get to learn how you phase in and all that stuff. And whenever I originally phased in, I had sent out like different types of numbers, and you can find this on my TikTok. I sent out like 2s, 3s, 4s, 7s, and 9s, and you scheduled your appointment at 2. And then also my birthday is this month, and so that's going to be a 6 and a 3, which is 9. And then also you mentioned 444 for you. So your mom's talking in those numbers. She's got everything always working.
Yes. Yep.
I love that. I'm going to write down that. Numerology. And then also, Miss Jackie, did you have any questions or anything? Anything else you wanted to ask?
I don't know. Are my dad's parents at all coming through?
The only thing that I've seen, and see, I was going to ask you about your relationship with your dad. Because of the fact that the only thing that I've really seen, I've been trying to do, because at first I didn't know if you had a father and a mother on the other side. Because whenever I tried to channel your father, it was more like Miss Jean was like, "Excuse you." I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
I raised her. Yeah.
But as far as your father's parents coming through, whenever I do channel them, I get this really sweet, very dedicated couple to each other. And they do show, if I'm correct on this, they do show low, like either high 70s or low 80s. And I feel like that's overreaching just a smidge with them because they do not feel the same age as Miss Jackie, not even a little bit. I mean, not Miss Jackie, Miss Jean.
Yes,
She just did that on purpose to me. Like, she's almost close to me. Are you in your 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's like, tell her she's close to me. But anyways, but no, with the two other, with the paternal grandparents, if I say I fixate on at least one of them, the grandmother says that she gives high synchronicities of like a lot of nature type messages with you. So like, you know, the typical butterflies and definitely cardinals. But she shows that there's like a reach for a connection. And whenever I get a reach for a connection, did you two not really get to know each other that well whenever she was alive?
Yeah, I mean, it was more holidays.
Gotcha. Because with her, she says that she always wanted a more thorough connection. And she says there's nothing in me that would be so, she doesn't understand why, she goes, I don't understand why he did a lot of what he did, the father. So I don't know where that would go. She's saying that he just, you know, he wasn't this horrible person, but at the same time, he wasn't an active person either. He's a good guy. He lives by the day. And Miss Jane, oh my God, she goes, I swear to you, this whole time I've been channeling her, I've been kind of hesitant not to cuss or anything. But when I'm saying that, she goes, bullshit.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Jackie, you're going to need to get a medium to talk to me because I'm going to die from laughing. I can't stand your mom. She's so funny. But she's going to get me wheezing and laughing at the same time. But whenever I'm channeling the grandma on that side, she talks so much with you. Now to try to get her name, it's a little bit difficult because of the fact that she does feel like her presence towards you needs to be where you want that connection. Because she feels like there was nothing. she feels like she could have fought a little bit harder for a better connection. And she goes that she's very grateful to your mom though, because she goes with Miss Jean. She said that she didn't ever feel like Miss Jean held you guys away from them. It was always
Yeah,
their,
never.
it was their choices. And Miss Jean shows that she really like left that relationship to you guys. There was no influence. She goes, yeah, sometimes I'd say that he's a never mind. But also at the same time, like I was mindful that that's their father. And so
Yeah,
that's the only thing that I really do get from paternal sign for you specifically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense. So yeah, I do like that. Sometimes I'll see a cardinal and I'll think about my grandmother. So
That's
that makes,
cool. Yeah,
yeah,
no, without a
yeah,
doubt, that definitely is her energy. She loves high vibrational energy on butterflies and cardinals. And it doesn't mean necessarily that she is that item or that
right.
it just means that they show you that synchronatic energy to be like, hey, we're here, we're showing you. Your mom's high vibrational on everything. Like, she's high vibrational on like older pickup trucks because she says that they're very fascinating, which is weird to me. She's high vibrational on a lot of things that come out yellow or are orange because she's very much like the sunset. She loves speaking through synchronicities of flowers. Every flower that you see, so like a white tulip, if you see one, she's trying to tell you unconditional love. If you see a sunflower, she's trying to tell you to open up to possibilities. And if you ever do need to see like what they mean, you could put spiritual meaning of and whatever the flower is in Google, and then it'll give you
Okay.
what you're saying. Um,
Okay.
now, Melinda, I think it's Melinda. Yes, Melinda. So with Melinda, she does talk a lot to you too. She's very protective of
Yeah.
you. And she says the way she talks to you is if you see. Now, I feel hesitant saying this, but she's telling me, just do it, girl, just do it. So if you ever see a Jeep specifically, she says she
Yeah.
knows for a fact that is me and that I am 1,000,000% active. And she goes, if you see a speeding car or if you see any type of like sporting baseball or just everything with her is just active, so active.
Yeah.
And she goes, that's
Yeah.
because of the fact that I wanted adrenaline, I wanted living life. And she goes, that's what I wanted the most. And she goes,
Yeah.
that's how she sees
Yep.
me. Oh,
Yep.
and then see, I'm confused. I don't know if this is Grandma Irma from or Great Grandma Irma or if this is going to be Grandma Irma. Well, for Miss Jean, the Irma on that side, I don't know how that works. She says that she also is around you very much so. She says that she gives you a sign of four-leaf clovers. She says that she was actually I keep on wanting to call Miss Jean Aunt Jean. I don't know why. But
Well, yeah, you can call her Aunt Jeannie. Everybody, she was Aunt Jeannie or mom to everybody. So
really,
yeah.
no wonder. That's the way you see me hesitate sometimes. I almost say aunt instead. But no, with Miss Irma, she says that she was actually Miss Jean's good luck charm. And I don't know what that is in tandem of each other, but Irma is saying that she is so much alike like Miss Jean, everything to a T.
Mm-hmm.
So Irma says four-leaf clovers. Also, if you start seeing any type of like purple form of that's kind of hard though, unless you're actually into it. So if you see any purple form of crystal, she loves that so much. She also says
Yeah.
all of the cookbooks, every recipe, every time you guys go into a kitchen. And I feel like that would go back to Miss Jean too, to be honest
Mm-hmm.
with you. But they both bounce back and forth with ideas.
Yeah. Well, they both cook. So
Oh,
that was like their way of showing love was cooking for you.
that's cool. Okay. I knew that you mentioned Miss Jean did, but I wasn't sure about Miss Irma as much.
Yeah. Yep. And we took some of my grandmother's recipes and carried those on when she passed. And
I love that so very much. Here
yeah.
I was all nervous
Yeah.
about this whole thing, and your mom just blurted it out everywhere. She's awesome. But I
Yes.
did also want to let you know that so the sessions are recorded like naturally, but I go through and I edit things out. And then I do ask you guys if you guys want them uploaded onto YouTube so that way you can have them and share them the way you want to. So I just wanted to
Okay.
get your permission if you were comfortable with that or else if you wanted to keep it private.
No, you can upload it. Yeah.
Okay. And don't worry, I do
Yeah.
edit everything, so nobody's gonna see you saying I had to go pee or anything. Because I try to make it more of like something that's friendly. We're just friends. We both are just humans, you know, having an
Yeah.
experience, and we're just talking as friends and like FaceTime almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no,
Yep.
I really sincerely do appreciate you giving me the time to read your energy, and I'm glad all of your family came through so very
Yeah,
clearly.
they did.
But
Yes.
I do want to make sure that you get to ask any question before we end the session because we've got about like 6 more minutes. And if you have
Yeah.
anything you want to say,
Um, I don't know.
you're like, I don't know.
I
She
don't
answered
know.
everything.
I mean, can they give me advice on like where my life is going, like
Yeah,
my career path and
absolutely.
love life and all of that? Okay.
Absolutely. So one thing, and I'm glad you brought it up because I was like, I wonder if she's okay if I go into the love life thing. So with your
Yeah.
mom, she says that she actually wants you, she says that you get a little bit shy. She says that you need to come out of your bubble. And then when, say, for example, I don't know if you are, do you work outside the home or in the home?
Outside.
Outside, okay. Because what she was giving me more of it is that you got to pick up a conversation. And with my mind, I was thinking more of like, okay, maybe Amazon Flex, talking to somebody in line. Okay, no, never mind, that just makes sense. And then also, there's also, so she's saying that there's several different types of people that are going to come into your life while you're trying to see who you want to go forward with. And she says the first one is an absolute hell no. And she says that's because he is just that, and I'm not going to put a gender specific because I don't know, but she's saying that that specific person is someone that just is going to mooch off you. They just want you to do everything, and yeah, they come into the relationship with the job, but then also they just start kind of like they either leave their job or they just kind of just start letting you do everything for them. And she goes, "Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need another
Okay.
like that." So I don't know if that makes sense.
Another, yeah. It does.
So you know what I'm actually kind of wondering is I'm wondering if she's telling you to avoid the first one that you had, which would be the
That
most.
would never, I would never go back. I would never go
Okay,
back.
but you know what I'm saying is like I think she's saying in just general, like your first one, how she's saying the first one out, avoid all of that. You know what I mean? Not like
Okay.
your first next
Yeah.
one. So that makes sense to me. And then she's saying that the one that does come into your life, so we'll say number two. The next one that comes into your life is look for any signs of him not being accepting of your children. And I don't know what that would be. She says that
Okay.
you need to, that's not going to be upfront whenever you first have him in your life, but he's, so excuse me for asking, with your children, are they a mixed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. She says that honestly, look for signs of that because your next one, you're not going to know this because she goes, my daughter would never date somebody like this. You're not going to know this right off the bat, but once you get into a relationship with this individual is going to start showing you those signs of disrespect. And she goes, just the one way that you're going to know that you can avoid this person is this person's got the weirdest looking nose. she, she's saying that she says she notices noses right away.
She does. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Okay, so I didn't even expect that to be like that, but she says the nose, it's she's going into details of this nose. She says it's a thick nose, it has like a big lump right here. It's not something that stands out so much, but also the way that he comes across as somebody that is very very, very sweet, very kind. But then, like, once it progresses, then you start to see stuff like that. She goes, okay, now into the good bits. So the third one will come along. And she's saying that this one here, she goes, you need to open yourself up. So I don't know if you've been hesitant for like dating apps or a dating website. She goes, now, mind you, I'm not saying specifically go and get all these bad ones, but she says there is a, and this one I'm certain on, there is a gentleman and he doesn't have any like huge career such as like doctor or anything like that. Either I feel like he just got out of doing truck driving or he's still doing truck driving, or he is also a mechanic because that comes up very like a lot. She goes with him, he's your normal, average, everyday, really good guy where he likes to work on vehicles and he works hard and he's accepting of the fact that like you guys both have grown children and also So he is actually going to love the fact that we did a mediumship, because he's also going to want to reach out to his first wife that passed away. And at first, it's going to
Okay.
push you back, and you're going to be like, but then with him, he just wants closure because of the fact that she either passed away from cancer whenever their daughter was very young, which, mind you, his daughter and you become like the best of friends. And
Okay.
he ends up coming into your life, and you guys, that's going to be somebody that really, like she says, can really, really, you can live the rest of your life with this person. And she
Okay.
goes, as far as marriage goes, I don't know. I'm not telling her yes or no on that one, because that's on her.
Because she was like, no, don't do it.
She's like, I don't know if we can do that. We don't need to go down that road.
You
Now,
don't need a man.
as far as career goes, though, so do you have where you went to school for a career? Are you doing the same thing as what she did, or?
I'm a dialysis technician, so I have training, but not really school.
Wow, okay, because again, it just surprises me, and pat on the back. But anyways, so she shared with you, she goes, you really should move forward. She says, that's why I don't give age, because age doesn't matter for nothing. And she says that you really should consider going for furthering your education. She goes, I
Okay.
wouldn't, like she just said, is a piece of paper doesn't mean that you're professional. It doesn't mean anything besides the fact that you dedicated time and hours to continue your education. She goes, I'm very much of a huge support for education, but at the same time, that doesn't define you. And she says, however, with my daughter, she's so smart and so kind. And in this profession needs more people like her, because she's got that bubbly personality that whenever somebody's sick and they're hurting and they need somebody to just understand them, she's not going to just brush them off no matter how busy she gets. She's going to be that person that's going to, they come into the room with a happy attitude and they'll leave the room with a happy attitude. And she goes, if anything, if I do give you any type of good feeling out of this, is that this is what you were meant to do. There's more that you're meant to do, whether you become a technician where you're doing, I'm getting like the sonography. I don't know what that is. Like, what are they
Mm-hmm.
called? Like
Ultrasound technician.
ultrasound. Yeah, there you go. And she goes, whether you're
Yeah.
doing that or whether you genuinely become, and I'm getting P and N, and I don't know what that is, like private nurse, professional, I don't know, or NP. It's somebody where you don't have to have where
A
you
nurse practitioner? She wants me to be a nurse
there.
practitioner?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Ooh.
it is. But she's saying where you don't work under another doctor, where you literally are the one. But I think right now she's also like trying to, she's gonna beat me up for this one, but like where she's shooting for the stars now, because she
Right,
was,
right.
but like she just said, she goes, honestly, it doesn't have to go that far. She goes, God, Teresa. But um, she does say that she does want you to challenge yourself, and she does want you to move forward with trying to be able to move further into this profession, because this is where you're supposed to be at. And she goes, sometimes it may feel like, damn, I just want to quit this job and go somewhere else. But she says, no, you're doing a really, really, really good job.
All right.
One. I was looking down to see if I had anything else. But no, that does complete the session though, Miss Jackie. And I really
Okay.
do hope that you got a lot of your questions answered, even though she didn't leave room for anything.
Right.
Did you feel like
She had it
everything
all set up.
resonated? Yes.
What did you say?
I had asked, did you feel like everything resonated for you? Did it feel
Yes.
comfortable? Okay.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
there anything you needed me to go over before we do move on and we do end the session?
No,